forward. All right, that'll work. Oh, hey, can you get me? Actually, I'll do it.
Should I put on my South Park?
Huh?
Should I put on the baggier one? Can you tell on the shirt?
I think you should be fine.
Alright.
There we go. All right. Oh, Steel Fawn's on the way to me. Corinne always knows. Discord. Oh, wait. Give me a second. You know how to think. You guys know. Copy Earl.
I'm gonna turn down the air.
Huh?
It's getting warm in here.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and cool it off. Give me a second. New place? No, we're in an Airbnb. I don't know why I'm yelling. But we're in an Airbnb. I don't know why I'm yelling. New camera? New phone, who this? Hello, everybody. Steel Fawn's on the way. I got a gift for him. I got huge news. Exciting news from the Westside. Old Raven Farms in the house. What's up, Sunflower? What's up, Sunflower? How you doing? I know you might be noticing something shiny on my fingers. You might see something shiny on my fingers. Oh, you too?
This is the one for
What's that? Oh,
84.
I still didn't. I didn't find mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No,
I'm gonna
no.
check the car. I'm gonna
right.
check the trunk, and then maybe I'll call the hotel because the hotel would have actually kept it if they found it anywhere. But yeah, if you see something shiny on my fingers, it's because I got a manicure today, and they usually don't do the shiny buff on my finger, and this time I let them do the shiny buff. My girlfriend was like, "Go for it, get the shiny buff, make it look like you got a manicure for once." And it's way too shiny. It looks like they put a clear coat on my nails, but they did not. They did not put a clear coat on my nails. It's just a shiny buff. It's really blinging. Hey, Caesar C in the house. We ready? Are you ready for some football? Monday night party! I kind of sounded like that dude.
Yeah, for
right?
sure. You did good. I'm very impressed. It's echoed.
Right? How did they grow up so fast? I don't know what you guys are speculating. We didn't tell. I didn't say any news yet. None. I'm an honest man. Never been an honest man in my life, man. Come on, buddy. Oh, I forgot about the banana bread.
I gave it to your mom.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. She was very excited.
Oh, I wanted to tell her that Fairly made it.
I told her.
Oh, awesome. This one's on it, man.
She was
All
very
right.
happy.
Well, while Stefan shows up, because I got a present to give him, and I got a big surprise for him, too. All right? We're going to change the show, man. We're going to change the game, buddy. We'll tell you about the trip. How about that? Let's start there. We are officially 13 days in? 12 days in. She couldn't let me get that. She had to correct me. 12 days in. Is it? Yeah. 12 days into a 25-day road trip. If you guys know anything about what we've been doing. You said huge. 25-day road trip. A massive undertaking. Undertaker. Taker. A massive undertaking. We charted a course going from our home in Portland, Oregon, Vancouver, Washington, right there, you know. First you know the night. Who had 7.5 minutes? Who had under 7.5 minutes? Whoever had under 7.5 minutes, you win the pot. First you know of the night, 7.5 minutes. We started in Portland, Oregon, drove through the beautiful Oregon countryside, Mount Hood. While we were going to Mount Hood, there was the Mount Hood Marathon going on, where people were running down the mountain, up the fucking mountain. I don't know. All I know is as we drove along, there were hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of people running up and down Mount Hood, which is a gigantic fucking mountain. And there were people at the top running down. I was just like, I hope you didn't run up. And then your car is down there. You got to run all the way back down. Or either way, you got to park somewhere and run. And not my thing. I'll take the monorail. Thank you very much. So we went there through Mount Hood, through Eastern Oregon, where we crossed into Mountain Time, and then back into Pacific Time several times in, I don't know, like a 3-hour period, a 4-hour period. So we would like lose an hour, gain an hour. Our clocks would actually change as we moved through the longitudinal lines. Our clocks would change up an hour, back an hour, up an hour, back an hour. Drove the long 7.5-hour journey, I believe it was, to Winnemucca, Nevada. No stops on that, right? No stops.
No stops.
Yeah, no stops on this one.
That was our longest drive.
That was our longest drive. It was the most desolate drive. There was like literally we would go 2 hours before seeing a rest area or gas. It was treacherous, hot, and it was our first leg. And the first leg is the worst leg. It was the toughest leg, and we didn't know how, we were still trying to fill the rhythm out. This is also the first kind of real long journey that me and Brittany have taken together. So we're filling out the bathroom breaks and the food break situation. I don't know. Some people get kind of hungry at random times. Some people you travel with, they tend to like have to use the bathroom more than others. Me, I'm like a tank. Like I hold it in the tank, and only until you take me to a designated tank unloading spot on the proper amount of time, usually like 4 to 6 hours, Not her. But that's okay. I know I'm built differently. So I knew, like I told her, when you need to use the bathroom, let me know, because I'll never take a bathroom break. I'll go, man.
You do.
I will keep going.
Do.
I'll go without food, without water. I'll go without air, and without going to the bathroom. I'll just keep going until somebody's like, "Hey, wake up!" And I'll be like, "Whoa! I had the craziest dream right now." So we drove to Winnemucca. That was one of the videos we posted in the Discord. Little town in Las Vegas, just a couple casinos, and it was what we expected, which was just like a podunk, fucking crazy little, just like one horse town. And they just had 2 big casinos and 2 big hotels and a bunch of little stores. But, you know, we managed to start. This is when we started having fun, though. Because after the first leg, we were like, all right, now we know how much time it's going to take. It was less time to get to the next spot. So we had more buffer room to, like, fuck around. And fuck around we did, okay? We went, you know, off into Winnemucca. We looked at a thrift store. Probably one of the worst thrift stores I've ever been in.
For sure.
I kind of felt like they should have just been giving a lot of the stuff away to the people who were there. Because I feel like the people who were there kind of just needed the stuff for free. But that's a different story. No designer handbag finds in this thrift store. But there happened to be a little Veterans Memorial park outside there. Took some pictures of some tanks, helicopters, and, you know, fun stuff like that. Then we drove on down the road. That's where we stumbled on this town called Austin, Nevada.
For sure.
Where we found a random stone castle erected in the early 1900s. A random stone castle that was built for a summer home that was used for 2 months and then abandoned by some millionaire. It was weird. Out in the middle of nowhere, weird. Too many questions. Everything in the town looked like it had never been touched for hundreds and hundreds of years. Britt made a friend with an old 90-year-old cowboy who would have made us burgers, but we had to get along our way.
Yeah.
Gave him a $2 bill, took some waters, and went. Took photographs of everything. On the way to Vegas. Vegas was amazing.
It was amazing.
In Vegas. My first time in Vegas as an adult, which is weird to say because I'm 45 years old. My first time in Vegas, like drinking and gambling and having a good time. Oh my God, excuse me. Sorry. We ate a bunch of free food today. And free food always makes you burp. Let's see, 25 days, that's badass. Hey-o! You know you're driving, right? Yeah, I zone out. I zone out when I'm driving. I just zone, I look at the road and I just zone out. The only thing that stops me from driving is like when my hands and back hurt because I like tense up into a position and I don't move. And then finally I'll just be like, and I'll be like, oh my God, I forgot how to breathe for the past 45 minutes. And I've just been like locked up and like my back and my arms and my ribs will just get all like tense and like my hand will be, I'll have like a claw, you know, like a wanking claw. $2 bill. The dude was cash only, you know. I'm pretty sure he was cash only. I wasn't going to ask. Okay.
That's why I said no for the burger.
Yeah, I wasn't going to ask, you know, for him to bust out the Clover app. He was an old cowboy. He was like a 90-year-old man eating a sandwich with sour cream and ketchup and hot sauce and mustard. And it was a turkey sandwich?
It was, no, I said I didn't know what the meat was.
Oh.
But it was just white bread, the sour cream, mustard, ketchup, some kind of meat, and then sour cream, mustard, ketchup.
I think he thought the sour cream was mayonnaise. But then again, who puts ketchup on white bread? That's a sin.
I don't know.
That's haram.
But he's owned the place for 18 years?
Yeah, he owned the place for 18 years.
Yeah.
He bought it when he retired at 90. On the way, Vegas was amazing. I'll go into more detail into Vegas. We stayed at the Circus, which was just great because we wanted to stay at like kind of a divey place, you know, and have like fun, you know. Circus is fun. Probably funner if you play video games, you know, instead of like losing money on the slot machines. But it was fun. We had a good time. A lot of food, a lot of junk food, a lot of activity, a lot of cholas. We realized there's places like it's the chola playground of the world, and the girls in Vegas during this weekend, they didn't care. You know, you talk about body positivity, like these were the body positivity role models for a whole new generation, because they didn't care. They didn't care what they looked like. They didn't care how big or small they were. They were gonna wear their tightest outfit, their shortest outfits, and they were just gonna enjoy life.
And they did.
They did.
They had a blast.
They were having a great time. I saw there was that girl. She was like a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? But
was it in the white outfit?
she was in the pizza place with that group of girls.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't care.
No.
She didn't care. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. And you know what? Nobody cared. They didn't care. Nobody cares. I get what it means now. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You just do your thing. Nobody's tripping off you. No one's tripping off you.
No one's
like
judging.
They don't care. You could walk in and wearing like the most beautiful suit and the most amazing suit, and you could walk in right next to someone who bought like a $3 mini dress at like a lingerie shop, and like and some fake plastic shoes. You know what I'm saying? From like a doll dress up set. It wouldn't matter. Their outfit could cost $500 and $5. They could walk in together and no one's gonna bat an eye. They're just gonna be like, do it. Yeah, you're doing your thing. What happens in Vegas, I get it now. They didn't care, and everybody was having a great time. It was a good time. I want to go back to Vegas, and I want to go back to that restaurant. We went to a restaurant. They gave us the greatest restaurant experience of all time. We just saw the bear. I know I talk about the bear. Nobody watches the bear, but I talk about the bear, and I'll keep saying the bear, okay? Bear. I said it. No? All right, whatever. Bear, I said it. Yeah.
Oh, there!
Yeah,
Oh,
thank
that
you.
was funny,
God
baby.
damn it.
That
It was the
funny.
delivery on the first one, and I was like, should I go for it again? Fuck it. All right. Fuck
I was just
it!
thinking how much I loved you.
All right, I know. She's thinking about the restaurant experience.
Yeah.
So we've been watching The Bear, and while we were watching The Bear, there's a scene in The Bear. Well, there's multiple scenes in The Bear, but there's one scene where this guy flies in and he's eating at the restaurant, and the guy says, "I've always wanted to try Chicago pizza," right?
Yeah.
And the chef is like, well, if he wants to try Chicago pizza, get him Chicago pizza. Run over, and they have a waiter run to the closest to the best Chicago pizza in Chicago. Runs and gets the pizza, just brings the pizza back. And then the chef prepares to take the pizza and gourmet it. Makes it beautiful and puts it in a little bite-sized chunks like they would at a gourmet restaurant. And then like they serve the fucking, and it's literally like the taste of Chicago pizza. And they did all of this all because they wanted to make the guests feel good. And me and Brittany were watching this and we were like, we got to go to a place like that. We got to go to a restaurant like that. We just have the greatest experience, and we don't worry about it, you know? We don't worry. I remember we were looking at the menu and she was like, I don't know if I want to go here. I was like, why? She's like, I want the ribeye. And I was like, okay, well, they got a ribeye? She's like, yeah, they got a ribeye, but look how much it is. And I was like, well, we can't worry about that because remember, we want the experience more than anything. And it was worth it. It was worth it.
So worth it.
We're going to remember it for the rest of our lives.
Absolutely.
If we ever go back and see those people again, hopefully they remember us. We'll remember them. It was great. We took plenty of pictures. I'll post them. And then what? Las Vegas to Flagstaff.
Yep.
Flagstaff, Arizona, pretty much like the gateway to the Grand Canyon. I don't know why I did that. Let's see. Hey, Britt, I've seen folks put ketchup on white bread for a bun. No. Ketchup should never go on a white bread. No. Is there an announcement? Yeah, the announcement's coming. Just making sure everybody's showing up into the room. You know, we always get the stragglers and the tricklers, you know. That trip was a honeymoon. Nah, I don't know. There's a ring. I do have a ring. Britt bought me this ring.
Tell them a story.
Huh?
You can tell them.
Well, I'm getting there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm at Flagstaff.
Oh.
Uh, Flagstaff, Grand Canyon. We spend the night in Flagstaff. Now, mind you, the temperature has never dropped below 80, I think, the whole drive at this point. Except for like leaving Oregon. The temperature never dropped below. Winnemucca was
Once we left Winnemucca, then it started reaching high temperatures.
Yeah. But Winnemucca was in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
So like once we got out of like the mountainous area of Oregon, the temperature never dropped below 80. It just climbed and climbed and climbed. So by the time we got to Flagstaff, which was like 91, which was nice at that point, we set out in the morning. We were like, okay, we're going to go see the Grand Canyon. And we got off, parked, and we were walking over to the. We walked over to the deli. We were just going to get some food at the deli, and we came back and got the food from the deli, and we were wiped out. We were so tired. We were sweating. I felt like I was hyperventilating. We went over to the first Vista, and we get out of the car. We park and get out of the car, and it's like, hey, follow this trail. And we start walking up to see the Grand Canyon, and like we barely made it to the rim. Right? Like we stopped.
Oh, God.
And we stopped at one point, and we were and the car, didn't the car say it was 83?
The car said 83.
The car said it was 83.
In certain spots.
It was like 103.
For sure.
It was not right. I kept complaining. I was like, oh, fucking global warming, there's no way. It was also like the first time we'd really been out in the sun. I think now we're different. We're hardened by the sun. Because the other day when we looked at the space statue men, we were we were out there, we didn't care.
For sure.
And as we were on that reservation, like it got easier and easier.
That's true.
But the first day beat the shit out of us. We weren't ready for the sun and the heat. We walked, and the rim was like, say we walked for maybe like a 5-minute hike, and we had 5 more minutes to go, and we literally stopped, and we were like, let's just go back to the car. Should we go back to the car? We should probably go back to the car. We also like brought I think she brought her purse, and I had like a bunch of shit with me, and I was fucking like
I didn't think it was that long of a walk.
Me neither. I thought you could just go. Later we find out, like when we're leaving the Grand Canyon, there's fucking hella shit right off the street, right off the road. We don't need to hike anywhere. Yeah. We saw the best shit, just like, oh, let's pull over. Oh, okay. Okay, let's drive off. Oh, okay. Hey, let's get in this one. Like, for real. Like, the best sights were the ones that we just saw leaving the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
So, leave the Grand Canyon. We go straight to the Navajo Reservation. We did see a lot of stuff on the way through Nevada. If you guys ever heard of Singing Sand, we didn't stop. We saw it. We Wikipedia'd it, but it was like in the middle of the night, so we were like, we don't want to stop in the Singing Sand in the middle of the night. But there's something called Singing Sand where there's sand, and it like creates. It's so light but heavy enough where it creates wind can flow through the dune and pass through like a filter, and it makes a singing noise. So that's going to be.
There's a handful of places throughout the world singing sand dunes.
Yeah, singing sand dunes, like maybe 4 to 7 places or something in the whole world that have this phenomenon, and we drove right past it. So next year, or the next time we make this trip, we're going to go again. Yeah. And we're going to see the singing sand and more shit. So yeah, Flagstaff to the Navajo Reservation, go to Window Rock. And so there, this is a place I've been to a lot of times growing up. Then it was just like, I felt like I was back at home. Me and Britt drove all over the place. I tried to handle some official business. Didn't happen. Tried to see more family, but didn't get to see all the family. But the family we saw, they were so welcoming. It was so great. Brittany really got the true reservation, Navajo, Native American experience, and they welcomed her with open arms. It was a beautiful sight to see. It was my first time as an adult going to the reservation without a parent, without my dad, without my dad, basically taking me there. It was the first time I've been on my own. And it was kind of like significant for me in my life because it's like, all right, now I could come here and bring Brittany. And if we ever get married, I'll be bringing my wife. And if we ever have kids, I'll bring my kids, and I'll bring my family, like my dad brought me. So it was really like a pivotal. I grew up this weekend. It was amazing. And me and Brittany, we explored the reservation. There's a lot of natural stuff there that it's just not documented. It's not on maps. So we just drove around, pushed her Honda Accord to the limit.
For sure.
Does that car have a name?
I haven't named it.
That car deserves a name, and I will shout the name from the rooftops, and I will say that little car.
I've damaged it so much.
That little car kicked ass.
Yeah.
We saw a lake, we saw a dam, we saw mountains and buttes and mesas and valleys and meadows and rock formations and cliffs and canyons and gullies and gulches and washings and basins and rivers and lakes. I can't stop. I don't know what that was. Great time with the reservation people. Great time on the reservation. Left after about, I think, 3 days. Then I'm going to go visit my mom. Mama Westside. Lives in Mesa, Arizona. Once again, from hot place to hotter place. In the hundreds. But it was beautiful. My mom set up a neighbor of hers went out of town. Let us borrow her house. Let us borrow her house. Here you go. Here's my house. Here you go. I don't know you, but I know your mom, and she's cool. So here you go. Here's my house. Borrow it. And it was beautiful.
Oh.
It was like an Airbnb. Nicely decorated, fully stocked, totally comfortable. It was a great experience. I haven't seen my mom for years, so we got to hang out. She got to meet Brittany. She loves Brittany. Now I'm sitting there thinking like, oh man, I hope Brittany and my mom get in together. I hope they become friends. And then I realized they share a love for me.
So much. Oh my God.
Both of them.
Is so nice to be able to talk to somebody who is obsessed about him as I am, and not get tired of hearing about him. I love it. Oh my God. It was so fun. I could just keep talking about him, and she would go, oh yeah? Oh yeah? And I'm like, yes!
They were just topping each other.
Yeah.
They were just topping each other. She would say, oh, you know what else I love about your son? And she would say like this thing that she loves about me. And then my mom would be like, oh yeah? Has he ever done this? This is awesome. And they would just tell stories and just like top each other. And I'm sitting there like, holy shit, like, I'm pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty cool. I have my ego in check. But I was like sitting there like, oh fuck, I'm hitting like ego overload right here. Like I'm hitting a point where I'm like, I feel like a living god right now. Like they're just talking, pumping me up, and I'm like, really? Am I fucking this? Am I really this? Am I really this awesome? Am I really this amazing?
Yes.
And so they got the bond over that. They got the bond. I realized, yeah, my mom loves me. I'm her kid. She loves me more than anything in the world. And Brittany, she loves me so much that they get together and they have this bond. And it was amazing. She didn't want us to leave. We didn't want to leave. It was great. So we got to meet them or hang out with them. It was a great time. And then our trip from Mesa to here. It was supposed to take a detour, supposed to go see Papa Westside, but Papa Westside and his lady got the COV, me, so we had to detour because as strong as I think I am, and as tough as my constitution is, I don't want to play with that shit. I don't need that right now. I smoke a lot of weed. I don't need any diseases that are in my lungs. So we're going to have to see them next week when they get better. So we had to go straight to Venice Beach. But we had an Airbnb that started the next day. So it was just like, there's no early check-in for an Airbnb. So now we're just like, shit. We have this place for a week, but we can't get it till tomorrow. And now we don't have a place to stay tonight. And it's just like, shit. shit, man. Like we've had to spend a couple bucks on hotels. Luckily, oh, come on in. Is it open? Hey! Hey!
Good, how are you?
How you doing, darling? Great to see you again.
Oh,
Did you get married?
no.
You did?
No.
No. What's up, brother?
Yeah, man.
Yo.
Great to see you, man.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're online right now?
Yeah. I'm gonna wrap up with these guys real quick. Well, since you're here, man, say hi to the people. What's up, Riders?
Oh, this is such a cool setup.
Linda, what's up?
How you doing, guys?
Yeah, this is the mobile setup right there. That's the camera. That's the new camera.
So you're looking into this one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's class.
Before I do the announcements, I want to give you a gift because we got
Oh,
you a
really?
gift on behalf of us and the Riders and every. You know, you've given this theme song and you've given us so much, so we want to give you this gift right here.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You want me to open up right now?
Yeah, go ahead. Open it
For
up on camera,
everybody.
man.
Oh, man.
There you
thank
go. Yes.
What's
And
your baby?
we want to, huh?
What's this, a green?
It's a green T-shirt. We also want to ask you and Linda if you to baby Westside, baby. What?
Congrats!
The aunt and uncle to baby Westside.
Wow. Congratulations.
There's no other
Oh my
people we'd
God.
rather have in our lives.
Holy shit. Oh my god, that's amazing.
As we bring this life.
Congratulations. Oh man, I'm fucking delighted, man. Oh man. Oh shit.
And I couldn't hold it in anymore.
Oh my god.
So I just had to tell everybody all at the same time.
Oh, I'm so.
If you guys didn't hear, that is the news. I am going to be
How long?
a father. Daddy, baby. Yes.
Talking about time, man. Love you.
I love you, bro. What do you think?
Oh man. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, man.
We did it.
Yeah. Congrats.
Yeah.
10.5 weeks along?
No, 2.5 months.
2.5 months. Yeah,
2.5
that's 10.5 weeks.
10.5 weeks?
Oh,
Yeah.
my mind works in different ways.
Sorry.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, guys.
Yeah.
I'm honestly speechless.
Hello,
Speechless.
Dr. GTI.
Yes.
What's up, brother?
Oh man.
Hey man, congratulations again. I know you told. I know, and congratulations.
One lucky uncle.
Yep, one lucky uncle. Love it.
Guys,
So yeah.
Hey,
that's class.
one day.
Oh, let me cue up the music right there, cause
Wow.
One day feel fine. One day we gonna hang
'Cause-
out.
Yeah, man.
we got a baby on the way.
I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
Shit, that was a curveball. I thought you were married with the ring.
No, he
And then-
wanted that ring. He wanted that ring.
Yeah, she did buy me the ring on the reservation.
Yeah.
Did
and
you
then-
Yeah.
put it on that finger as a swerve?
No, because I said, "Hello, I'm having your baby. People need to know you're taken."
I've been swerving everybody for days now.
I was like telling her, if they tell me that they went off and got hitched, I was like, I'll be surprised and be happy for him, but I'll be gutted too. I'm like, you didn't invite me, you could.
No, we wouldn't
No,
do that.
And then when we were seeing his mom, she pulled out this package in 1984. They went to Hawaii, and Wes bought 2 matching rings, 2 pearl rings. And they were too big for him at the time, so she put them in a baggie and put them in this keepsake box. Well, she pulled them out, we put them on, they both fit us.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've been married several times on the trip. I think my stepmom offered to marry us.
Yeah.
My grandfather walked up to us. He's like, "Oh, well, I could marry you guys right now. They're married." And we were like,
In front of all of us, mush.
"Is this a Navajo thing? Does that count? I don't know."
It
So
would
who
be
knows?
beautiful in the reservation, actually.
Well, I mean, now she's had the experience. I'm
Yeah.
sure she's open to
Yeah.
the idea.
Yeah.
You know.
It would be beautiful, right?
And-
Was it amazing there?
Oh my God, I can't even,
Yeah.
it's breathtaking. It's
Yeah.
absolutely breathtaking. Pictures, videos, nothing does
Wow.
it justice.
It was amazing, and like.
It's
For me, it was just like, how is the family gonna accept? Like, I know we're accepting people and we're good people, but you know, like outsiders, especially white people, you know,
Yeah.
it's a tough situation,
Yeah.
and no one even saw any of that shit.
No.
They just immediately were like, get in here, start
Yeah,
cooking some
start-
fry
help
bread.
us
Yeah.
with fry bread. Keep
Yeah.
these flies
She,
away.
she's one of our own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
yeah.
they put me to work right away.
And so we've been telling everybody along the way.
Wow.
So got to tell my grandma and grandpa, and, you know, they're getting older. So
Did
it's
you
like,
tell Mia today?
I told Mia today.
What? What
Yeah.
Did how did
Oh,
she
she
react?
cried.
She cried. Yeah.
Oh,
we
we
got her a shirt.
Really?
we went in
Good
last
stuff?
night.
Yeah.
We went through the drive-through last night, and Samantha was there, of course.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, Mia's still inside." And we were like, "Fuck, put the bag together," you know, because we got her a shirt that said "Yaya means grandma in Greek." And so yeah, we put in did the same thing, gift bag, went in. She was like, "Why don't you call? Why don't you call?" And then we give her the gift, and she opens it up, and she's like, "Oh, how cute!"
Actually,
And
she was in tears.
she didn't get it. And I was, and
Yeah.
I touched her stomach and I was like, "Yeah, you're gonna be a grandma again." And then she lost her shit. Nothing better than making a Greek grandma cry. Trust me. Put it on your bucket list, people. Put it on your bucket
video
list.
of Steel Farm making her.
Oh yeah, she showed us.
She showed us.
She showed us.
Oh,
Yeah.
with the flowers?
Proud.
She loved it.
Let me show you this happiest moment that I've had so far.
She loved it, dude. She loved it. Yeah.
Loved it.
She's amazing.
Yeah. So that was the big news. I'm gonna cut the stream short now that I dropped the news because we're gonna go to regular life and stuff like that. But I wanted to include you guys on the moment. Yeah, there's gonna be a new character on the show. My baby.
Wow.
Daddy, baby.
We'll have to go live on Sunday, man.
Yeah, we'll go live on
And
Sunday.
everyone's
And,
gonna be here.
yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be fun.
Good.
I'll set this whole thing up and just have it going.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for being with me these past couple years and going forward. And you can see the journey. I'm gonna go from a boy to a man.